House Majority Leader Steve Scalise rejected to answer that the 2020 elections have been stolen 8 separate times in a market interview with ABC News with George Stephanopoulos. Conservative Representative Ken Buck's the Congress decision leave and too much Republican leader lying America, claiming that 2020 elections were stolen. SC said Scalise, avoiding direct response in interview in ABC.Haberler this week. Well, Ken, I worked on a series of issues, including taking control of spending and reunite our economy. This 2020 election also mentioned you, and I think we talked about it. This is our focus. Can you say for sure that 2020 elections were not stolen? Stephanopoulos asked Scalise after elaborating other legislative priorities for the party after Congress member Scalise survived the question. I have told you, there are states that do not follow the laws. The state of state. This is what requires the U.S. Constitution. This is not what I ask. Stephanopoulos replied. I said, can you say for sure that the 2020 elections were not stolen? Look, I know Joe Biden's president. We talked a lot about the future. 2020. Congress member. I know that Joe Biden is the president. Stephanopoulos. Continuing pressure on him. Scalise fled again and said some states claimed that he did not follow the laws found in his books, and said the U.S. Constitution should do. Scalise's argument is the repetition of a frequent concern between the voters of former President Trump, although it has undergone largely through state legislative bodies or other legal procedures. So you refuse to say that only the 2020 elections were not stolen? Stephanopoulos said again. You want continue to reshape 2020. We're talking about the future. SC said Scalise. The two talking each other. I just want an answer to the question. Yes or no? We asked. Look, we mentioned it before. However, again, will you accept there are states that do not follow the real state legislative laws the U.S. Constitution should do? Scal Scalise said, refusing to answer again. I know that every court looking at whether the election was stolen or not. I ask you a very, very simple question. The stock market continued before any final solution. Scalise's refusal to say that election has been made quite decided reflects the difficulty they face, while trying to avoid upset former president, saying that many GOP politicians have lost in 2020. Scalise was between two-thirds Parliamentary Republic Conference to vote for approval of elections in all states to vote for objections after Parliament was reconvened on night January 6, 2021.